Dame, how have you felt your own defense has been this season? How have you felt kind of with that progress?
You said, how has my defense
Yeah,
been?
how have you felt about your own defense this season?
I think I've had these first 5 games, I think I've had a great start defensively.
Is there something you feel like you've been doing differently or something you changed up?
I mean, I think that's been a part of my approach, is to come out and establish myself as being present defensively. That's in ISO situations and pick and rolls, being into the ball, not dying on screens, in the post, in transition, communicating. You know, when I'm on the weak side of the defense, communicating and making sure people know what action is coming, listening to the play calls that I'm hearing. If I hear it early enough, echoing what that play might be for us, if it's something that I recognize. But just approaching that with a different mentality, just being present. And the more I'm engaged that way, it makes it almost easier, to defend when you come into it putting that first.
How do you feel about the team's progress on that end?
I think we've made great progress. We've had 2 games. The Sacramento game where we had a good first quarter defensively, a bad second and third quarter, and then a good fourth quarter against Sacramento. Then the second game we had a really good game against Phoenix defensively, and then another so-so game at the Clippers. And the last 2 games we've been who we want to be defensively. I think the challenge is sustaining that, being that team all the time and not just at home. When we go on the road, we got to be able to take that same energy and mentality. And I think a positive about tonight was we didn't shoot the ball great, but that didn't affect us on the defensive end. So that's another step in the right direction defensively.
Are you guys finding it fun, enjoyable to play better defense?
It's definitely fun. I think in camp, when we would have good stretches in practice, Chauncey would say that to us. Like, when you defending and you getting stops and running out, it's fun. When you getting stops and you making it hard for the other team. And after the Phoenix game, we kind of talked about it in the locker room. Like, see, it is fun when you get stops, and it gives you energy. When you stopping the other team and you frustrating them, and you showing a wall. They're not just having their way. It's fun to know that you're doing that to teams, and we're starting to understand our schemes better. We're starting to communicate better. And that's what we're putting first. You know what I'm saying? And it's fun. It's a fun feeling to have, knowing that we're not winning games because we just exploded offensively, but we're winning games like a winning team should, and in a sustainable way.
Do you pay attention to the analytic numbers regarding defense? Like, you're at 103 defensive rating right now, just 12 points better than you were last year. Do you?
I don't pay attention to it. I've never been a big numbers person. I've never even looked at, what the stats are or this per possession and all that stuff. I feel like I got a pretty good lens on what's taking place. When I'm watching it, I can say we didn't have a good defensive game, or we were solid, we just didn't rebound well, we gave them too many opportunities and they scored. I think I got a pretty good lens on that. And right now, I feel like we're defending well. We're a different team defensively than we have been over the last few years, and we just got to continue to work at that and try to stay on track like we are right now. And I think it'll be better. I don't really look at the numbers like, okay, let's try to move up a spot by, I don't really play that game. So I'm proud of the growth that we've shown early, but it's only 5 games.
It seemed like when you were talking to us on Wednesday, not that maybe you were like frustrated with the shooting stuff, but you were more aware of it maybe than you were. Did it ever get to the part where you felt like you were thinking about it too much?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm a shot maker. I'm a scorer. So when I'm not making shots, it's frustrating. I don't think I ever said it wasn't frustrating. I wasn't happy about it at all. But I've been around long enough in this league to know that it's part of the game. I've had stretches where I scored 50 points a game for a week. You can't enjoy that part of it, and then when shit goes south and it's your turn to go through a slump or a struggle, you can't, switch up and be like, this shouldn't happen and, pout and all that. I know that that's part of the game. That's part of being a guy that people make their scouting report around. They make your life hard. They don't want you to get a clean look. They're guarding you physical. They're trying to wear you out. That's part of it is missing shots. And even though I understand that, I still expect to make those shots. So that's where the frustration is. And I think when you take that and you take your competitive spirit and the expectations you have for yourself, I started trying harder to make shots. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when you try too hard to make it, you don't make it. You know, you continue to miss. And I was just like, I'm gonna stay aggressive. I'm gonna keep staying in my routine, doing what I do, keeping my body right, getting my shots up, going through my foundation shooting like I do in the summer and like I do all the time. And just keep my mind right, keep making the right plays. You know, play a good basketball game, make the right plays, pass aheads, make the right reads, keep trusting. And, you know, eventually things will come around. You know, that was kind of my mentality. And I knew it would. You know, it wasn't like I was going to just shoot the ball bad all the time. And that was my mentality.
So given Wednesday night's third quarter and tonight's performance, do you feel like you've put the slump behind you?
I mean, I would say it's definitely trending out. You know, I shot the ball well tonight. It was still some shots that I missed that I felt like I should have made. But I shot the ball well tonight. I had a stretch in the third quarter of last game. And I just got to keep going in that direction. You know what I'm saying? To me, I think when I come out of it, I feel like it's going to be loud. You know, usually when I shoot the ball poorly over a stretch, it's loud when I come out of that. And, you know, I never know when that's going to happen, but I just know myself and I know my history and I know the patterns of my game and my career. And when I play well and don't shoot well, when it click and when I do start to see the ball go in like consistently and I make a good shot and I make a tough one, I know what that looks like and everybody here knows what that looks like. So I just got to keep doing what I do and being me. And, you know, I know what the result is going to be.
Time for one last question.
Chauncey said before the game that you were kind of like a ticking time bomb. He was just kind of waiting for it. So you're saying this wasn't the bomb?
No. I mean, you've been around
I've
here
seen
long
I've seen
enough
you
to
shoot
know.
pretty well, man. I really have.
Tonight was a good shooting game, but I'm saying you've been around long enough to know, like, you know what it looked like, you know? So tonight was I thought I played a good game and I shot well, but I don't think this was me coming out of it completely, you know what I mean?